All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It's April, by the way.
Nice.
This is Samantha Farmer.
Hi, I'm Samantha Farmer, like you said. This is Steve Rupe.
My partner in crime. I'm Steve Rupe, that's right, and we are doing the show Free Preacher Music that Daniel Putnam Green started. And we're going to do a song that I wrote with Daniel Putnam Green and G. Peter Thorpe. And we're going to do this song. It's called Stand Behind Israel.
All right, let's get it.
2, 3, 4. Stand behind Israel, stand behind Israel, stand behind Israel. Never forget it's the Holy Land. The Hebrews are the chosen of God, the Hebrews are the chosen of God, Hebrews are the chosen of God. They came from Jerusalem. Joseph and Mary, Jesus, Joseph and Mary, Jesus, Joseph and Mary lived down in the land of Israel. David slew Goliath, David, he killed Goliath, David defeated Goliath. With a stone from the land of Israel. Stand behind Israel, stand behind Israel, stand behind Israel. Never forget it's the Holy Land. He's coming back to rule his kingdom, coming back to rule his kingdom, coming back to rule his kingdom. And it's a whole lot more than Israel. Loves all the children, Jesus loves all the children, Jesus loves all the children. All the children in the world and Israel. The good news is we're all God's children, good news is we're all God's children, good news is we're all God's children. Live forever in the new Zion. Stand behind Israel, stand behind Israel, stand behind Israel. Never forget it's the Holy Land, and never forget it's the Holy Land.
Good job, good job. All right, hi everybody, it's me, Samantha. I'm here with Steve Rupe, the one and only, and he's got a song that he wants to play, and it's based on his childhood.
That's right. We used to, when I grew up, and I'm talking about the 50s, 60s, we only had 3 networks, ABC, NBC, and CBS, and so if you wanted to watch TV, I mean, they did have PBS too. But if you wanted to watch TV, that was all you had to choose from. And so when you got a show that you liked, you watched it a lot. And this is one called I Love Lucy. That's what we watched. I love Lucy. That's what we watched. Mom had a V8. Dad had a Scotch. Sometimes my folks would let me turn it up a notch. I love Lucy, that's what we watched. We ate spaghetti each Tuesday night. Mom to my left, Dad to my right. Those times were special, this much I know. We like the TV, we love that show. I Love Lucy, that's what we watched. Mom had a V8, Dad had a Scotch. Sometimes my folks would let me turn it up a notch. I Love Lucy, that's what we watched. Her husband Ricky, her neighbor Fred, her friend was Ethel, her hair was red. They kept us laughing with every line. We laughed so hard we'd end up crying. I Love Lucy, that's what we watched. Mom had a V8, Dad had his Scotch. Sometimes my folks would let me turn it up a notch. I Love Lucy, that's what we watched. I Love Lucy, that's what we watched. I Love Lucy, that's what we watched.
That is a real good song. Now tell me, what's your favorite episode of I Love Lucy, if you have it?
Well, I laughed when they were working in a factory that made little chocolate treats, and they started coming so fast she was sticking them in her mouth, I think in her clothes, and just the funniest scene maybe ever in Hollywood right there.
I have watched I Love Lucy before. Like, it used to rerun a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of retro
yeah.
TV out there that's very worthwhile to watch.
Yeah, I need to get back to watching this.
Let's go right now.
Let's go!
No, we got 2 more songs to do.
I quit. I'm just kidding. Hi.
You gonna quit this job?
Nah, I'm gonna stay here forever.
I'm glad.
Because I love this job.
But we do have a song called Quitting This Job. We've done this on the show before. Written by myself and Michael T. Coursey.
Yes.
I love that guy. He's a really good guy.
I've never met him, but I hope to meet him someday.
Well, I hope you do too. Anyway, this is called Quitting This Job, and it's in the key of G. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I sleep till 5 a.m. on my clock every day. No, I don't mind getting up from my bed, but I'm quitting this job. I don't have to put up with all I do right now. and getting up for my pay, but I'm quitting. I'm quitting this job. I'm quitting. I'm quitting this job. I'm quitting. I'm quitting this job.
Hello, I'm here with Steve once again. She's given us like a very good solo song, and I'm not sure what it's about. It's a surprise. They never told me, but now we get to know.
Alright, well this is called the Three-Toed Tree Sloth Blues. And it's a song that kind of got written at the Presbyterian Church Camp in Parkville, Missouri. Ian Mark Gewin, my very best friend from back home, is the co-writer on this, and it's in the key of A minor, I believe. He stays in the trees and not on the ground. He swings on a vine like a Bolivian hound. Could it be a butterfly? Could it be a moth? But you're both wrong, baby. It's a three-toed tree sloth. He's been in all the papers, been in all the news. One thing I ain't never had, three-toed tree sloth blues. Now he's a really mean dude. He's really bad. You'd never want to meet him on a day when he was mad. He really loves those foreign cars. He has them for dessert. So if you're gonna drive one, you better stay alert. He's been in all the papers, been in all the news. One thing I ain't never had, three-toed tree sloth blues. One day while I was driving round this terrible sight, I slammed upon my brakes, but I flew out like a kite. He grabbed me with his toenails and he threw me in a tree. And when my body landed, I met his family. Ooh. He's been in all the papers, been in all the news. One thing I ain't never had, three-toed tree sloth blues.
No! I really hope I don't have to meet this family. I'm scared now. Okay,
well, the three-toed tree sloth, he just showed up and took our guitars away.
I knew it!
He's doing it. But we're going to try to sell some art again. So far, we've shown several pictures, some real small and some about the size of this one on my right knee. That's about as big as they get. But 615-886-8369, and for $100 you can buy some of this art. This one is called Puff. I was thinking of Puff the Magic Dragon when I made it. It's an abstract kind of thing. And the framing costs a certain amount of money. In fact, the framing for both of them costs the same. And I pay for that, and then I'll pay for shipping this to you if you want to buy it. So for $100, look at the address that comes at the end of the show, or call me at that number, and we will try to get you Puff. If you'd like to get Puff the Magic Dragon. I love that old song. That was Peter, Paul, and Mary, if I remember right, that did that. Or this one is kind of a space themed thing. And these are the lilies of Ganymede. Ganymede is a moon that rotates around Jupiter, I think. Could be Saturn, but I think it's Jupiter. Okay. So this is the lilies of Ganymede. This is paint and Sharpies, and the other one is all Sharpies. So call that number, 615-886-839. Invest in art. It'll cost you $100, but it will increase in value, I promise. On one show I said it would be 17 million. I was just guessing. It might be more. It might be less. But so we've got Puff, and we've got the Lilies of Ganymede, and you can order either one. For $100 it can be yours. And thank you very much for looking at my art, and if you order any, I will really thank you personally. Here we go, folks, a little bit of preaching here. We haven't done any preaching on the show, but we got a request. Hey, I'm missing the preaching. So I'm not much of a preacher. That was really Daniel Putnam Green's job, and I just threw my 2 cents worth. Well, here's my 2 cents worth today. I'm thinking of the fruits of the Spirit. There's 9 of them according to Paul, but there's others really. There's more than 9. But the 2 that have always struck me as something you can do every day, all your life, is goodness and kindness.
Oh, okay.
And goodness means kind of like, to me, an overview of your whole life. You're going to be good. You're going to go out and do good. Every day you get up doing good for other people especially is going to be your main thing. And as a sort of a twin brother or sister to that is kindness. When an opportunity comes up for you to be kind to somebody, please be kind. And if you do those 2 things, everything else will fall in place, and the words of Jesus will be heard or seen or felt one way or the other. And also think about this too. You don't do it so everybody sees you doing it. You don't want to be doing it for your own glory. You're doing it for the Lord's glory. If you do it for your own glory, then you lose the treasure in heaven that you would otherwise earn. So try not to stand up in public and be good and kind. Do it as quietly and secretly and inconspicuously as you can. And that's my message for today. Be good, be kind, and do it secretly if you can. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I love Lucy. That's what we watched. Mom had a V8. Dad had a Scotch. Sometimes my folks would let me turn it up a notch. I love Lucy. That's what we watched. I love Lucy. That's what we watched. Mom had a V8. Dad had his Scotch. Sometimes my folks would let me turn it up a notch. I love Lucy. That's what we watched.